Great, man. I'm Tony, 34 years old. Uh, ex Special Forces, did a recon tour on 8 months in Ukraine, where I met my buddy Isaac, which I'm currently doing a podcast on. We've been fighting together in the Ukraine for about 8 months. I was in a special recon unit, and yeah, that's it. I think it's also a good idea to share like personal experience that we've been through. Like for the people that are like following and they want to go to the Ukraine, at least they know what to expect and what's been changed since we left. We'll do, buddy. Before and after. Mhm. Mhm. Do you still remember the kind of missile type that they were using for the airstrikes? Like from the Russian side, like all the cities that they've been bombarding with? Because I remember. Mhm. 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 Yeah. there's still a lot of time to go and like liberate the other um parts of it if you just don't get it. How the purple ones, there are not that many compared to the Russian military control or limited Russian access. Hmm. Water drenches, stuff like that. Yeah. Hmm. 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 What do you think about Russians still occupying the mines in Africa? Do you think that was like part of the deal, like the negotiation that they did for like, hey, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, because we do know that Wagner Group is still operating in South Africa, and they're like still exploiting the people there for the mines. And I don't know if we have it in here, but you can clearly see how much Russia has been expanding in those mines. It's like legit, like a city. So, hmm, hmm. True, because right now the money, most of the money is coming from there to pay for the Wagner Group, armory, weapons. What do you think if the Africans tell Wagner Group or the Russians like, get out, we're done? What do you think will happen further? Mhm. 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 Yeah, they are. Mhm. Yeah. Bull clip. Mhm. Yeah. We'll get to that. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. Like bombarding the shit out of them. I mean, that's asking for World War III, basically. That's going full on skill war. So it doesn't matter if it's like a country like Africa or whatever. If you hit someone, that's asking for trouble. Mhm. Let's just hope we don't find out. I mean, it's already bad enough what's going on with the war there. So. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Um. I mean, yeah, it's like super terrible what happened at the dam, but even more for the consequences is like the nuclear plant, because it was taking cooling water out of it, and right now it's just taking water out of a small river basically. And is it enough to cool like the power plant, like whatever they're doing inside? I don't know, but they need to find a solution for that, because I'm pretty sure a small river stream is not capable of cooling a nuclear reactor for long. Hmm. I mean, we've been there. We've done a couple missions there before they blew up the dam. So. Hmm. 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 I mean, let's keep in mind if he was doing his inspection, right? And he would miss like the smallest crack, like thin over hair, like a crack somewhere, right? And we also know that it's still rigged, the power plant. So imagine going there under stress in a rigged power plant, checking everything out, and then what's the chances that you miss something or not? You don't know that. It could be fine right now, and it maybe in like 4 or 6 months could be totally different. Hmm. Yeah. How do you think other countries will respond to it? Let's say like the nuclear power plant explode. How do you think other countries will respond to it? Do you think there will be like a full scale war? Because for the most part of it, it provides energy like power to like most of the countries in Europe, right? Okay, so what about the countries that take power from that? Mhm, 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 exactly. So what do you think Ukraine will do if the nuclear power plant would explode? Do you think they will do something dramatically back to Russia or? Mhm. So you think the threat of nuclear warfare would be higher? Mhm. 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 Yeah. Don't ask. Mariupol, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Do you still remember your first time that when you came to the Ukraine, you had to go to one of those schools, like for a couple of nights? And I don't know if you just walked into those schools. Did you see the pictures, like of the fallout and stuff? What would happen in nuclear war? How to put on gas mask and stuff like that. It was kind of like a Fallout team, but they've been like training from it from the first day you go to school basically till whatever happens. I mean, Ukraine was once the most powerful country in uranium, in nuclear, like power and stuff until, they kind of had to like give away their big amount of their arsenal to Russia. So both of the countries are like evenly matched on knowledge of nuclear warfare. And I still remember when we were at the shooting range and stuff, there were like teams training in nuclear warfare, chemical warfare. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Like mustard gas or whatever, like back in World War II and stuff like that. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Well, let's hope for the good of all mankind it doesn't come to that, man. Let's hope so. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, like the actual results. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. A big mosquito, man. It's a big mosquito that's like zooming down. So, were these like the same type of drones that we like had like crashing into our not far from our apartment when we were sleeping, like 3 blocks? Was that the same type? Mhm. Yeah, because those things are like big mosquitoes, man. Once the zooming stop, it get louder, 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 and when it stop, it's done. That's a boom. End of story. Yeah. I mean, yeah, just look at the propeller, man. The propeller is made out of wood. Just basic as that. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I mean, technically, if you want to fight a smart war, you just build whatever you need. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money as long as it is its effectiveness, right? I mean, if you can take out like an old depot, like an ammo depot or stuff like that, and it does the job, that's all it needs to do. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. I mean, if you just look at it, people in Kiev, right? Even if you're like a police officer, a soldier, even civilians were like taking up arms and then shooting them down. So, I mean, they know what kind of damage they could do. So, they're nasty things, man. They're really nasty things. Yeah. 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 It kind of shows that mankind still has a heart. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Do you think they're like fortified their air defenses with that one drone slipping by? Because that's what I would do if someone is like even a small drone would slip by. I would put like air defenses. Oh man, I will boost it up. Like that's asking for trouble. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. So you think they're like war starters to, like to put up some more oil on the fire, like to like. Mhm. 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 I mean, we know that like it's 50-50% what's happening in Russia. Like 50% is actually, I mean, I have to be careful with my words, brainwashed and want to fight, and then the other 50% doesn't want to fight, but they get captured or they're being forced to fight. So, mhm, 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 or a bullet. So that's what we experience. I mean, we all heard like the stories from Wagner and all about the prisons that they send into the front line. So, mhm, mhm, yeah, mhm, support. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, so they just left a big hole somewhere on the bridge, and that was basically it. Mhm, mhm, yeah. I mean, what would you do if someone invades your home? You don't just hand it to them. You just fight. Exactly. Yeah. Mhm. 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 He got denied. Mhm. Well, if it wasn't denied, they never got it. I mean, they got nothing. So. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Mhm. So what feeling do you get? What kind of feeling do we get out of this? I mean, we've been fighting Wagner, right? We know they're well equipped and stuff like that, and they're like turning against Russia. So what kind of feeling do you get of that? Is it because they're getting their asses kicked, or they're not getting the equipment, or is it for some other different reasons they are doing it? Because you just don't turn your back on your country for some reason, even if it's for some political goal or whatever it might be. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Not that they're really well equipped. They have fancy toys, dude. Like, yeah, 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 exactly. But why do you think it's possible they could have like a change of heart? Because like it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to me. You just don't turn your back because technically in the beginning Ukraine was like losing the war. Right now there was like 50-50%, and now Ukraine is pushing them so hard back. They're like doing a really good job. Do you think they just fall back because they don't want to sacrifice their soldiers anymore? Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm, hmm. Yeah. I mean, we could definitely tell when we were fighting as a conscript or like a Wagner group. Like the battle is so different. Like, yeah, hmm, just like you got drafted. Come on, you gotta fight. He's a rifle, play carrier, and do your stuff. No. Yeah. Mm, yeah. How to throw grenades, how to use your rifle, how to clean them, how to do recon, how to like do like combat assault missions and stuff like that. It was fun times, but training them at yeah, because they were and you get sent to the front line. Yeah. Hmm. Companies. Hmm. I mean, you know what it is. You never fought in your life before. You never used a weapon. You never used a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher or a grenade. and then 2 weeks you get pushed in as hard as you can to use all of them. So they never heard a sound of artillery, mortar, sniper fire, mines, strip mines, BTRs, BMPs, and then you don't know how they will how they, yeah, you don't know how they will react when everything is like the shitstorm is coming down to them. Like, will they ran, or they're like freezing? Will they fight? Probably a lot of them will die because the first time they don't just it's so overwhelming, dude. They don't know what to do. Hmm. I mean, it's basically World War II fighting again. Nobody's used anymore to fight in trenches, artillery fire, mortar fire. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's that's shoot to kill no matter what. As long as you're dead, they don't give a damn what kind of way they do it. As long as you're dead, that's all that matters. The more victims they can make, you know. Mhm. There we go. Mhm. Mm. Mhm. Yeah. If he fled, do you think that most of his forces right now were at the battlefield and not actually defending Russia anymore? So that's probably why he left, because he knows he's gonna get his ass whooped by his own people. That like, hey, you're not supporting us? Well, f you, dude. We're coming for you. Hmm. Also, keep in mind they're also better trained than a standard, Russian soldier. So, mm, yeah, they're not amateurs, man. That's it. These guys have, I mean, they have balls. Also, we gotta admit that. But I mean, yeah, definitely. It's not only that; they're also like integrated everywhere, dude. So it doesn't matter where he would go. For example, Wagner Group is like spread globally, dude. Hmm. Yeah, he was at the beginning, right? Hmm. Could be, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Like deserters or like treason. Mhm. I mean, it's just as you said, Putin worked as a KGB agent, so I'm pretty sure he still has his connections to get to people. No matter how far you run, if you pissed him off, you're on his blacklist. Yeah. Mm. Mhm. Mm. Yeah. Oof. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Stay safe. Keep healthy. Will do, man. Slava Ukraine. See you next week.